Welcome to our channel, where we delve into the unsettling, the unexplainable, the deeply disturbing corners of the world. Tonight we journey into the heart of winter's icy grip, to isolated villages shrouded in snow and silence, where something sinister lurks beneath the pristine white blanket. Three tales of vanishings, of people swallowed whole by the cold, leaving behind only whispers of fear and chilling unanswered questions. Turn off the lights, huddle close, and prepare to be chilled to the bone. Imagine a village nestled high in the Swiss Alps, a cluster of sturdy stone houses huddled together against the biting wind, their chimneys puffing out wisps of smoke. This is the village of Steckelberg, where life moved at the pace of falling snow, slow and serene, and generations lived under the watchful gaze of the mountains, their lives intertwined with the rhythm of nature. It was here, on a night when the wind howled and snow fell in blinding sheets, that an eerie silence would soon follow, that the Schmidt family vanished without a trace, leaving behind only questions and whispers. The Schmidts were as much a part of Steckelberg as the mountains themselves, their presence a constant in the village. Franz, the father, a burly man with hands calloused from a lifetime of carving wood, was known for his craftsmanship. His wife Greta, her face etched with the wisdom of the mountain folk, was the heart of their home. And their two children, young Johann and little Lena, brought joy and laughter to their household. It was Christmas Eve, the air thick with the scent of pine and wood smoke, a festive atmosphere enveloping the village. The twinkling lights of decorated trees reflecting off the freshly fallen snow, creating a magical scene. The Schmidts had just returned from the village Christmas Eve service, their hearts warmed by the community's spirit, their faces flushed with the cold, yet glowing with happiness. They were seen entering their home, the last sighting of them that night, the warm glow of their kitchen light spilling out onto the snow-covered path. And then, nothing. Silence. The next morning, the village awoke to an unsettling stillness, a quiet that felt heavy and foreboding. The Schmidts, who always woke with the sun, were nowhere to be seen, their home eerily silent. Their front door stood ajar, a sinister invitation into an empty home that once bustled with life. The interior was dark and cold, a stark contrast to the warmth it once held. The fire in the hearth had burned down to embers, casting a faint glow in the room. A half-eaten meal lay cold on the table, untouched since the night before. Toys abandoned mid-play lay scattered across the floor, a haunting reminder of the children who once played there. Search parties were assembled, their anxious voices swallowed by the vastness of the mountain. They combed the village, every nook and cranny, their lanterns casting flickering shadows on the snow, illuminating the darkness, their hope dwindling with each passing hour, the cold seeping into their bones. The disappearance of the Schmidt family cast a long, chilling shadow over Steckelberg, a mystery that would haunt the village. Every Christmas Eve, the villagers of Steckelberg would gather to remember the family that vanished, their fate a haunting mystery, lost to the cold embrace of the Alps, a story whispered among the snow-covered peaks. Our journey takes us now to the desolate, unforgiving landscape of Siberia, to a land where winter reigns supreme, where the cold is a constant companion, and the snow blankets everything in sight. Here, in the shadow of the towering Cyan Mountains, lies the remote village of Oymyakon, known as the Pole of Cold, one of the coldest inhabited places on Earth. It was from here that a group of friends embarked on a winter hiking expedition, a journey that promised both excitement and peril. They ventured into the heart of the Siberian wilderness, a vast and uncharted territory from which they would never return. The group, 4 university students from Moscow, were drawn to Oymyakon by the allure of adventure and the challenge of the unknown. There was Dmitri, the natural leader with a knack for navigation, Irina, the photographer with an eye for beauty, Pavel, the quiet observer who noticed every detail, and Anya, the free spirit whose laughter could warm even the coldest night. Their journey began on a crisp January morning, the air biting and fresh, the sun a pale disk in the endless blue sky, casting long shadows on the snow. They set off from Oymyakon, their backpacks laden with supplies, their hearts filled with hope and excitement, their spirits high with anticipation of the adventure that lay ahead. Their goal was to reach the legendary Valley of Silence, a secluded valley nestled deep within the Sion Mountains, a place shrouded in mystery and silence. Their trek took them through dense, snow-laden forests where the trees stood like silent sentinels, the only sound the crunch of their boots on the frozen ground, a rhythmic reminder of their progress. They navigated treacherous ice bridges, their steps careful and deliberate, their breath forming plumes of frost in the biting air, each exhale a testament to the cold. Each night they huddled together for warmth in their small tent, their bodies close to fend off the chill, sharing stories and laughter under the vast, star-studded sky. Days turned into weeks, and their bond grew stronger with each passing day. The group ventured deeper into the Siberian wilderness, the landscape growing more remote and unforgiving. They encountered nomadic reindeer herders, people who had learned to survive in this harsh environment, their weathered faces etched with a lifetime of battling the elements, their eyes reflecting the wisdom of the ages. The herders warned them of the dangers that lay ahead, of sudden blizzards that could strike without warning, and ancient spirits that roamed the land. The warnings spoke of sudden blizzards and ancient spirits, tales that sent shivers down their spines. Undeterred, the group pressed on, their spirits still high, their determination unwavering. They were last seen by a lone trapper, a man accustomed to the solitude of the wilderness, his eyes widening in alarm as he saw the four figures disappear into a thick fog bank, swallowed by the mist. When the fog lifted, the hikers were gone, vanished without a trace. Search parties were sent out, scouring the landscape for any sign of the missing hikers, their hopes dwindling with each passing hour, the cold and the snow making the search even more difficult. The disappearance of the four hikers sent shockwaves through the small villages that dotted the Siberian landscape, communities bound by the shared knowledge of the land's dangers. Their story remains a haunting tale whispered around campfires, a chilling reminder of the wilderness's unforgiving nature, a cautionary reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved, and that the Siberian wilderness holds secrets that may never be revealed. Our final descent into darkness takes us to the majestic yet unforgiving wilderness of the Canadian Rockies, a place where nature's beauty conceals its perilous secrets. Here, nestled amongst the snow-dusted pines, lies the ghost town of Bradian, a once thriving mining town now frozen in time, its history buried beneath layers of snow and silence. It was to this desolate place that a lone traveler ventured, seeking solitude and a glimpse into a forgotten past, only to disappear into the very silence he sought, leaving behind a mystery that would haunt the town forever. Thomas, a writer seeking refuge from the noise of city life, had stumbled upon Bradian during his research for his latest novel. He was drawn to its eerie charm and the stories that seemed to whisper from every corner. Intrigued by its tragic history and the whispers of ghost stories, he felt an irresistible pull towards this forgotten corner of the world, a place where the past seemed to linger in the air. He envisioned Bradian as the perfect setting for his next novel, a place where the line between reality and imagination blurred, where the ghosts of the past could come alive on the pages of his book. He arrived in Bradian on a day when the sky mirrored the steely grey of the abandoned mine shafts, the clouds hanging low and heavy, as if they too were weighed down by the town's sorrowful history. A thick silence hung heavy in the air, broken only by the mournful creak of a rusty swing set swaying gently in the wind, a haunting reminder of the children who once played there. As Thomas wandered through the deserted streets, past crumbling buildings and houses with gaping windows, he felt a shiver run down his spine, as if the town itself was watching him, waiting for him to uncover its secrets. He explored the remnants of Bradian's past, the abandoned schoolhouse, the dilapidated church, the general store, each building a silent witness to the lives that had once thrived here. Each location whispered tales of a life lived and lost, their voices carried on the wind, a haunting melody that seemed to echo through the empty streets. Thomas documented his findings in his journal, his pen scratching across the paper, capturing the essence of the town and the strange energy that seemed to permeate every corner. He wrote of the strange energy that permeated Bradian, of the feeling of being watched, of shadows that seemed to move at the edge of his vision, always just out of reach. He described the unsettling dreams that plagued his sleep, dreams of miners trapped in the darkness, their voices calling out to him, begging for release. One entry in particular sent chills down the spines of those who would later read his words, a chilling account of a figure he had seen standing at the edge of the forest. He wrote of a figure he had seen standing at the edge of the forest, a tall, shadowy figure that seemed to melt into the trees when he approached. Then, silence. The figure was gone, leaving only questions in its wake. Thomas's entries abruptly stopped, his last words a chilling testament to the fear that had gripped him in his final moments, a fear that seemed to seep from the pages of his journal. Weeks later, when his concerned family hadn't heard from him, they contacted the authorities, their worry growing with each passing day. A search party was dispatched, their every step hampered by the heavy snowfall, the harsh conditions making their task all the more difficult. They found Thomas's abandoned Jeep at the edge of town, his belongings still inside his rented cabin, but Thomas was gone, vanished, without a trace. The mystery of Thomas's disappearance remains unsolved, his fate as uncertain as the ghosts that are said to roam the abandoned streets of Bradian, a town forever shrouded in mystery and silence. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the chilling, unknown, and mysterious. The frozen landscapes we explored tonight serve as a stark reminder that even in the most beautiful of settings, darkness can lurk just beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. If these tales of vanishings and whispers in the snow sent a shiver down your spine, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with friends. Subscribe to our channel for more explorations into the unsettling and the unexplained mysteries. And hit that notification bell so you never miss a descent into darkness and fear. Until next time, sleep tight and stay safe. And remember, the next chilling tale could be your own, lurking in the shadows.